Have you ever wondered what the largest ambush in history looked like? Forget movie scenes with a few dozen soldiers jumping out from behind trees. We're talking about an entire Roman army, over 25,000 men, marching straight into a perfectly laid trap, with almost no one walking out. This isn't fiction. This is the story of the Battle of Lake Trasimene, Hannibal Barca's masterpiece of military deception. The year is 217 BCE. Hannibal, the Carthaginian general who swore an oath to destroy Rome, has just done the impossible. He crossed the treacherous Alps in winter with his army and war elephants, a feat that shocked the Roman Republic to its core. Now, he's loose in the heart of Italy, and Rome is in a state of panic. They dispatch a new consul, Gaius Flaminius, a man known for his fiery populism and a perhaps slightly reckless confidence, to hunt down and eliminate this threat. Flaminius is eager for a decisive victory. He's just won his election and wants to prove his military prowess. He gathers his legions and begins a relentless pursuit of Hannibal's army. Hannibal, ever the master psychologist, knows exactly what kind of man he's dealing with. He starts to play a game of cat and mouse, deliberately staying just ahead of the Romans, ravaging the countryside in their sight, burning farms and villages. He's not just resupplying his army, he's enraging Flaminius, goading him, making the pursuit personal. Flaminius, watching the smoke rise from the fields of his allies, feels the pressure mounting. His pride is on the line, and his caution begins to slip away. Hannibal leads the Romans north towards a narrow pass along the northern shore of Lake Trasimene. It's the perfect location for what he has in mind. The path is a tight bottleneck, with the vast, shimmering lake on one side and a steep, wooded ridge of hills on the other. It's a natural corridor with only one way in and one way out. As Hannibal marches his army through this pass, he does something audacious. He sets up his camp in plain view at the far end of the valley, a clear, taunting target for the Romans. He wants Flaminius to see him, to think he's cornered his prey. But the real trap is being set under the cover of darkness. While the Roman scouts see Hannibal's campfires at the exit of the pass, the bulk of the Carthaginian army is quietly scaling the hillsides overlooking the path. Hannibal meticulously positions his troops. His elite heavy infantry, the Libyans and Spanish, are placed to block the exit of the pass, right in front of his decoy camp. Along the long ridge overlooking the road, he hides his light infantry and, crucially, his formidable Gallic allies. And near the entrance of the pass, where the Romans will first enter, he conceals his most feared weapon, his superior Numidian and Spanish cavalry ready to slam the door shut. Every man is hidden, waiting in silent anticipation for the dawn. The next morning, a thick, heavy fog rolls in from the lake, blanketing the valley floor. It's a stroke of luck for Hannibal, but he's the kind of general who makes his own luck. For Flaminius, however, it's a disaster he doesn't even realize is happening. Blinded by his eagerness and the literal fog of war, he orders his army to march at first light. He doesn't send out proper reconnaissance. Why would he? He thinks he knows exactly where Hannibal is. The Roman legions, confident and disciplined, march into the narrow pass in a long, drawn-out column, not in battle formation. They can't see the lake to their right, and they can't see the hills to their left. They can only see the few feet of road in front of them, pressing forward towards Hannibal's camp. The entire Roman army, thousands upon thousands of men, trudges into the defile. The head of the column is nearly at the end of the pass when the last of the Roman soldiers finally enters. They are now completely enclosed. The door has been shut behind them. Flaminius, riding near the front, is probably thinking about the glorious battle that awaits, the victory that will make him a hero of Rome. He has no idea that his army is already defeated. Then, the signal is given. A trumpet blast cuts through the morning mist, and all at once, hell erupts. From the hills above, tens of thousands of Carthaginians and Gauls roar and charge down the slopes. The Romans are caught completely by surprise. Imagine the sheer terror. One moment you're marching, the next, screaming warriors are appearing out of the mist from your left flank, a direction you thought was secure. There's no room to turn, no space to form a battle line or create a shield wall. They are a disorganized column, not a fighting force. The cavalry that Hannibal had hidden at the entrance of the pass thunders down and crashes into the rear of the Roman column, sealing the trap completely. Now, there is no escape. The battle, if you can even call it that, becomes a slaughter. The Roman legionaries, some of the best soldiers in the world, are cut down where they stand. They are trapped between the enemy on the hills and the deep water of the lake. Many are pushed into the lake by the sheer weight of the attack, and weighed down by their armor, they drown. The fight lasts for 3 brutal hours. Flaminius, fighting bravely amidst the chaos, is cut down by a Gallic horseman who reportedly recognized him as the consul who had previously waged war on his people. With their general dead and the army in total disarray, any remaining pockets of Roman resistance collapse. A small group of about 6,000 at the head of the column manages to break through the blocking force, only to be surrounded and forced to surrender the next day. But for the vast majority, there is no escape. By the end of the day, the placid waters of Lake Trasimene are stained red. At least 15,000 Roman soldiers are dead, and another 10,000 are captured. Hannibal, by contrast, loses only around 2,500 men, mostly his Gallic allies who bore the brunt of the fighting. It's an almost unbelievable victory, a testament to Hannibal's genius for strategy, his understanding of terrain, and his ability to exploit his enemy's psychology. He didn't just defeat the Roman army, he annihilated it, erasing it from existence in a single morning. The news of Trasimene hits Rome like an earthquake. The praetor has to go before the assembled citizens in the forum and utter just 3 words: "We have been defeated in a great battle." Panic grips the city. For the first time, the Roman people truly understand the mortal danger they are in. Hannibal is not just some distant threat. He is a force of nature at their doorstep. The defeat forces Rome to abandon its aggressive strategy and appoint a dictator, Fabius Maximus, who will adopt a new cautious approach of shadowing and harassing Hannibal, avoiding direct battle at all costs, a strategy that would earn him the nickname the Delayer. The Battle of Lake Trasimene remains the largest ambush in military history. It's a brutal, brilliant lesson in how intelligence, planning, and understanding your opponent can overcome superior numbers and resources. It wasn't just a battle. It was a psychological masterstroke that shook the most powerful republic in the world to its very foundations and cemented Hannibal Barca's legacy as one of the greatest military commanders who ever lived. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this slice of history as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more stories of epic battles and brilliant strategies. Let me know in the comments what other historical events you'd like to see covered. See you next time.